Method of separation, filtration. We have already learned how to separate different types of mixtures by sedimentation and decantation. Now, we will learn the process of filtration. Let us see how to separate a mixture of a solid and a liquid. For example, separating tea from tea leaves. We will try separating these two components by decantation. What happens? We find that a few tea leaves still remain in the tea. Now, let us pour the tea through a strainer. We find that all the tea leaves remain in the strainer and do not mix with the tea. Let us try another method. You know that after the rainy season, the water we get through the taps is sometimes muddy and not safe to drink. Also, the water collected from ponds and rivers may be muddy. Let us perform an activity to remove insoluble impurities like soil from the water. Take some water in a glass. Mix some soil in the water. Let it stand for half an hour. What do we see? We see that some soil settles at the bottom of the water because it is heavier than water. This occurs due to sedimentation. Let the water from the top flow into another glass by the process of decantation. Now, notice the water in the second glass. It is still muddy or brown in color. So, let us filter it with a strainer. But this also does not work and the water still remains muddy. Let us filter the water through a piece of cloth which has small holes or pores in between the woven threads. Even after using this type of a filter, the water remains slightly muddy. These impurities can only be separated by a filter that has even smaller pores than the cloth. So, we use a filter paper which has very fine pores in it. Let us prepare a cone by folding the filter paper as shown. Look, now the cone is ready. Now, fix this cone onto a funnel. Then, pour the slightly muddy water on the filter paper cone. We notice that the small insoluble solid particles in the muddy water do not pass through it and remain on the filter paper cone. In this way, we get clear water. Thus, the process of filtration is used to separate insoluble solids from a liquid using either a strainer or a cloth or filter paper. Filtration is also used to separate the seeds and solid particles of pulp from fruit and vegetable juices. Also in our homes, we use the method of filtration for preparing cottage cheese, that is paneer. In the making of paneer, a few drops of lemon juice are added to milk as it boils. This breaks the milk into particles of solid paneer and liquid. By filtering the mixture through a fine cloth or a strainer, the paneer gets separated.